Hi, hey, how you doing? If you enjoy the Scooge podcast and supporting the pod seems like it's worth the money, you can click our anchor.fm page support link. It's that first link in the description box down below in all of our videos. If you make your contribution, you can add your own custom message or question which we will read on the show. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy today's episode. Joseph and I were in the grocery store, right? And he just got finished watching Loki.
And the last episode of Loki actually did end up in the grocery store. Like, it ended in the grocery store.
We were in the grocery store, and the cashier lady said, next. And Joseph was just sitting there like a buffoon, dazed and confused.
Yeah, like Matthew McConaughey.
And I said, Joseph, it's your turn, bro. And you can't even believe what Joseph did next.
What did I do?
He called her something. I'm not gonna repeat on the show. He said,
I
just
don't know
give
what
me
you're
a
talking
damn
about.
minute.
No, that's probably like the weakest one. I was like, okay, I'm not feeling this one. Let's just end it. I'm just gonna put it under our misery.
You can tell we haven't done this in a month.
Yeah.
Or has it been a month or more?
I don't know. It's
Anyway,
been close to a month if there hadn't been one.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome everybody to episode 23 of the Scooge podcast. I'm your host.
Yeah, it had to be a month because Loki hadn't even started by then. Yeah, it had to been over
Joseph,
over a
you
month
just
ago.
interrupted the whole intro.
Sorry. Hey, you know what? It's a running gag on this channel.
It's not a gag, it's just a bad habit that you have.
That's why I said a running gag.
It's not a gag. A gag is everyone's in on the joke.
Play that intro.
Joseph, we already played the intro.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yes. He's got Loki
So
on the
what are we
brain.
doing here today? Oh, I'm a little rusty.
Yeah.
We both are.
Yeah, this is what happens when you record a podcast in the evening. Everyone's tired.
That's a good point.
I just had some cheesecake too, so I'm like really sleepy.
That's something I haven't had in a long time.
Cheesecake?
Yeah. Not really any cake, really.
I don't like regular cake. I prefer the cheesecake variety. Actually,
I used to, but
I'm way more of a pastry guy.
yeah.
With my
I think the only. I'm trying to think. It's like red velvet ice cream cake.
Ugh.
I know my grandmother, when she was still alive, she used to cook a caramel cake that
That sounds pretty good.
man, it was good.
I like lemon cake too. It could be nice.
Yeah, I've had some good ones and I've had some bad ones with that.
And then you have regular old pound cake.
Like,
just
yeah, pound
boring.
cake.
It's so boring.
It's
boring.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's
man.
not good.
It's not it's not like a. It's not a go-to of mine, but if it's there, I'll eat it.
I know, but it's not like
It's like the original Lay's of cake.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even make that comparison. It's like it's like the water of cake. It's
Okay.
not bad, it's not great. It's just cake.
Anyways, what are we talking about today, Noah? We're about 6.5 minutes in.
Everybody, I'm excited to bring you Black Widow.
Already? The thing
Yes.
hasn't come out yet.
It's called
get a
Under the
sneak peek?
Skin.
Oh dear Lord.
Under the
still haven't
Skin
seen it
tight
yet.
jumpsuit.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I remember we talked about it. Where was it on?
I watched it on Amazon.
Amazon, that's what it was.
Yeah. It's not a Prime exclusive. You have to like
rent it.
I can't remember if it was like Showtime that I added on the channels or Cinemax, something like that. But I mean, honestly, huh?
Skinemax.
Skinemax. Ha ha. Oh. You make me lol. So, okay, before we get into it, why a Black Widow movie? Why a prequel? I guess it's gonna set up something further in the MCU, but maybe, just like Captain Marvel did. But to my knowledge, Captain Marvel didn't really add that much to the whole lore of the MCU.
I can't. I'm not gonna really say anything. There's a reason for that.
What's the reason? I want to know.
I'm not gonna. I will let you know. Then we.
This is also running gag. Joseph is hush hush about everything.
Because there are certain things that I don't want to spoil. If you don't know.
Captain Marvel is
Captain Marvel. Yeah. That's.
Okay. That
has nothing to do with the Black Widow movie, but that's a video for another day.
Black Widow.
But yeah,
Are you gonna go see it?
Oh yeah, the freaking theaters is coming back, so yeah, probably. Now the world's starting to go back to, well, about to say normal, but I mean, I don't know if the world was ever normal, so you know.
Was the world ever normal?
I know, that's what I just said.
Or were you ever normal?
Oh, that's a good question.
Whoa.
But yeah, I'll probably go see it now.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to hear some. I'd have to hear some like word of mouth before I decide to purchase a ticket.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not really into the superhero genre, though, are you?
Yeah, but
I mean, you like some movies, but you're not into like I am.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be up my alley because I like the superhero films where it focuses on like one protagonist instead of like a whole group. Yeah, a solo movie, essentially. So I mean, I'm not gonna knock it, you know. But I'm just not super invested in this. So far, I'm not super invested into Black Widow.
No, Black Widow
as a character.
Okay, yeah. She doesn't really become the character that I really care about until, well, Winter Soldier, actually, which is next week. Well, not the next week, the next episode, I mean.
Oh, yeah. What's next after the Dark World? What's the next movie?
Is
Age of
Winter
Ultron?
Soldier. No, Winter Soldier and the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah. We haven't even got to the second Avengers movie.
Because Iron Man 3 and Thor Dark World was 2013. 2014 was Winter Soldier and Guardians. 2015
Wait, so do they usually release 2 Marvel movies in a year?
They did from 2013 to 2016. 2017 to, well, 2019. They went to 3 movies a year.
Wow. Which, you know, they have all kinds of different crews and directors. Just like these 2 movies have 2 different directors from their counterparts.
Yeah.
Actually, he did direct Thor: The Dark World. Alan Taylor. What's he known for?
Is that who directed The Dark World? Some Alan Taylor? Yeah.
That's what it says. First director was Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh.
From Belfast.
Oh wow. Freaking is the director of Terminator Genesis.
Ew.
And
I haven't
he directed some episodes
been
of Game of
invested in
Thrones, too.
Terminator in such a long time.
He
Such
also
a long
directed
time.
Some episodes of Game of Thrones, Mad Men, Lost, which I haven't ever seen.
Man, I
Sopranos.
I hear such praise about Mad Men, but it just seems like a show I couldn't get into.
I got it on my watch list on Netflix.
I hear
I
it's
just
one of
haven't
the
gotten around to
greats.
watching it. I mean, I heard the same thing about Breaking Bad, so
Breaking Bad's really good.
it's okay.
Oh my
Man,
god.
I guess I just had such high expectations. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad TV show. Like if I ever were to do like a top 25 TV shows of all time, it'd probably be in the top 25 somewhere. It's just, I guess I just had so freaking high expectations of this awesome show, and I mean it's a great show. It's just not like I think.
Everybody go on Twitter right now and cancel J-Mesh.
I'm not saying it's a bad show. Sheesh. It's like my opinion about The Dark Knight.
We want J-Mash's head on a stick. Make it happen. Any crazed, deranged fans out there? Let's
Like
make
I said,
sure.
I'm planning on giving it a rewatch though. So. And I
have
never
you,
finished.
Have you tried getting into
No.
The Wire?
I have not yet seen The Wire. I want to. That's another one on my watch list.
I
like
did
on,
too, but
HBO
I mean,
Max.
albeit it's only the pilot, but I fell asleep on it. It was.
Wait, only the
Snooze.
pilot's on HBO?
No, I was just saying. I was saying.
you've only seen
it's
the pilot.
hard to judge it. Yeah, it's hard to judge it just based on the
okay.
pilot, but it was
Yeah.
kind of boring, in my humble opinion. But you know, a lot of shows don't start out like particularly exciting or have its footing from the get-go. Even from like the first season, it doesn't really have its identity yet.
Yeah.
But I'm just stalling for time because I don't know. I don't feel like I have like a great deal to say about either of these movies. Not because
I was
they're
beginning to wonder.
bad, but it's just because I watched Iron Man 3 like a month ago and I haven't gave it a rewatch, so it's not like super fresh in my memory. But I guess the title of this episode is Continuing the MCU, so that's what we should be doing right now.
I mean, you want to start with Iron Man 3 then?
Joseph,
Which you said you just watched Thor: Dark World
take the
tomorrow.
floor.
Oh, yesterday. So
tomorrow.
you'll probably have that. Yeah. That's what I misspoke. Shut up. You just watched Thor: Dark World for the yesterday, right?
Today.
Oh, today. I thought you said yesterday.
Which
Yeah, well, you should be able to-
I started it last week, but it's just
Sheesh. All right. Well, Iron Man 3. I mean, this. I believe.
hold on, Joseph. Put the
What?
brakes on. Iron Man 3. Marvel's
Oh.
Iron Man 3 pits brash but brilliant.
Got to get that little plot description synopsis. into it.
Exactly. The brilliant industrialist Tony Stark / Iron Man against an enemy who reach knows no bounds. When Stark finds his personal world destroyed at his enemy's hands, he embarks on a harrowing quest to find those responsible. This journey, at every turn, will test his mettle. With his back against the wall, Stark is left to survive by his own devices, relying on his ingenuity and instincts to protect those closest to him. As he fights his way back, Stark discovers the answers to the question that has secretly haunted him. Does the man make the suit, or does the suit make the man? And that's exactly what we're about to answer.
I'm gonna tell you that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Pepper is mean in this one. Pepper Potts is Pepper.
Yeah, I believe that this was the first MCU movie that I watched in the theaters.
Oh, really?
Every movie since then I've seen in the theaters, but this was the first one. I wanted to go watch the first Avengers movie, but it was back when
that was my first
in 8th grade.
7th or 8th.
Came out in 2020.
Yeah, that was my first MCU movies.
We were in 8th grade and we were going into the 9th. We were about to become freshmen in high school.
Huh. But I was about to go to the cinema to see Iron Man 3, but I never did.
But yeah, I wanted to go watch Avengers in the theaters, but that was back before I had a job, and parents didn't want to take me, so yeah. But yeah, Iron Man 3 was the first one I watched in the theaters, and
did you?
I actually liked it.
Did you shout? Did you fist bump the air?
No. I liked it. I really liked it the first time I watched it, and got home, watched some reviews and all that kind of stuff. Heard what everybody was talking about. And I've started to. It started to grow on me the wrong way.
That's interesting.
Until the other day when I watched it.
Okay.
And I don't know what
are some of the negative feelings that you latched onto?
The Mandarin twist. I just keep going back and forth. I'm kind of lenient now that we're finally getting the real Mandarin in the Shang-Chi movie. Just that I don't know if it's his main, like if it's his Joker to Iron Man's Batman. Like I don't know if that's his arch nemesis.
Right.
But it's like one of I know, and for them to have it be an actor where Ben Kingsley, up until the reveal, was basically playing on all the ISIS and the Taliban and Al Qaeda and all this other terrorist groups in the Middle East. Jesus. And so it was kind of an interesting take on that character that I thought, and then the twist happens. And then it's revealed that it's Guy Pearce is Aldrich Killian.
Mm-hmm.
With that fire CGI tattoo. Just that I still don't like. But I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I really did.
Yeah,
I don't know what the crap, because I had rewatched it for that ranking video, the MCU movies, and I don't know what the crap was going on. I thought it was okay. I didn't really care for it that much, but this time I liked it a lot more.
Yeah, this was
like
my first time watching it.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's my first time watching it. Yeah, that's my first. I haven't seen this one.
Wow. I can't remember what movies you said you have seen and what you haven't seen. I remember some of the ones you said you haven't seen, like Thor Ragnarok and
Endgame.
and Endgame. Yeah, you said you haven't seen Doctor Strange either, have you? Or Civil War,
Nope.
or Winter Soldier.
Nope. Like from here on out, the two Guardians movies and Infinity War, Age of Ultron, I think those are it.
Far From Home.
Yeah, and Homecoming.
Oh, you've seen Homecoming?
Yeah. Why would I watch Far From Home if I haven't seen Homecoming?
I don't know.
Which then again, why would I watch Infinity War if I haven't seen all of them? But what were you saying?
I was just
You're saying like
just,
when you're doing your ranking video, you're smoking a bunch of meth
that,
and you're out of your mind.
No. When I did the ranking video, I had ranked it. So I had actually just looked at my old ranking the other night, just because I was curious of like where I put some of the. I knew I put Thor: Dark World at last.
Best one.
And Iron Man 3, I want to say was number 18 or 19. And I probably, I don't know. I may put it a little higher. I definitely wouldn't put Thor: The Dark World the last place. And we'll talk about the movie that I would when we get to it.
I already know. I think I already know which movie I would put as worst.
Which one would you put at worst?
Probably Avengers. Albeit I haven't seen
Really?
Captain Marvel yet, but haven't seen Captain Marvel. Well, actually, that's a tough one because I have seen Black Panther and that one was kind of stinky. Ooh,
see, up to this point, I would say Thor: The Dark World is the bottom.
I enjoyed Dark World more than the Avengers. I'll go ahead and say that off the bat. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it. But
Yeah,
Thor:
we're
Dark
still
World,
on
but I mean,
3.
yeah, I'll just save my feelings towards that one later.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, I'll say that this is my favorite one so far.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
You liked it more than the first Iron Man.
Yeah, I did. Favorite Iron Man movie?
It definitely has a better ending finale. I will say that.
Yeah, and I mean the character development of Tony Stark is also really good as well. I also liked how it delved into a more human side of Tony Stark. Like he has PTSD from the whole Avengers conflict. I like that aspect that they added. Probably thanks to, was it Shane Black who directed it?
Yeah, Shane Black, written and directed.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I like what he brought to the table, and I was surprised that this one gets a pretty big amount of hate.
It's mainly with the Mandarin.
I didn't really have a problem with it. Like, yeah, it was kind of cheap, I guess is the best word for it. But I mean, I knew the twist was coming with Aldrich. I mean, they showed him at the very beginning. Of course, you know they're gonna do something with that character and Tony Stark rejecting him. So it didn't really upset me.
Honestly,
I didn't get my pennies in a bunch.
Honestly, when I first saw this, granted it was before I had gotten into like movies the way I am now, where I look at it as like a story plot structure kind of stuff. Just watched it as like a Yeah, just watch him as a casual kind of viewer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I watched it, I just thought that he was gonna be like a sidekick kind of thing to the Mandarin, because I knew the Mandarin was gonna be from the trailers. Like he was the villain. He was the main villain. Was the Mandarin from based on the trailers.
Are you saying in the promo they hyped it up to be like this?
Yes.
Okay, then I can see how that bait and switch can be insulting.
It's the same thing they did with Age of Ultron. I'd say Age of Ultron probably did it a lot worse.
I'd say if you have some negative feelings towards Iron Man 3, rewatch it again if you haven't again, because it's... If I place myself in their shoes, like, looking forward to Iron Man 3, and if you're into Iron Man comic books, this is supposedly, one of his main villains, and they're hyping him up in the promos, and it's just a letdown, then yeah, sure, I could be disappointed, but like I said, I don't like the twist. I think it's cheap. It just didn't hinder my enjoyment of the movie.
I mean, they're minus the Mandarin and the guy Pierce, Aldrich Killian, which Aldrich Killian is kind of growing on me in a good way, where I'm actually coming around on him being a decent, I wouldn't say a good or a great villain, but like a decent villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's decent.
What's the freaking...
What was his big motivator again? Or motivation, I should say.
I know that, I don't know if it's his main motivator, but I know like part of it would be, well, that's not really motivation for all the stuff that he was doing, I guess. Something about human evolution, I
like
believe.
enhanced soldiers.
Yeah. You talking as far as the creating the fiery breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say it's like human evolution or something
and
like that.
Like he's a decent villain with, I don't know. That I would say that's the main drawback of this film is the villains or villain. And it seems like all these villains want the same thing, like to human evolution or humans can be better. This is like a bunch of callbacks to what's his name? It just reminds me of what was that Spider-Man villain?
That really narrows them down.
Dr. The lizard. Dr.
Oh, Kirk Connor's lizard.
Yeah. Which at that point they're just lizards, they're not people anymore, but I don't know which strand of meth he was smoking. Hopefully it wasn't the same Joseph was with that ranking video.
I said that I still like I like all of these movies except for one. Well, as it stands right now, I'll say that in case there's one that I rewatch and it just doesn't.
Yeah. It just doesn't hit the same.
Because there's one I definitely don't like, and there's one that it's a question mark for me. I'll just leave it at that. Yes,
is it
the
Black
Riddler.
Panther? Is Black Panther the
Black
question
Panther.
mark?
It's Guardians 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's
I remember
interesting.
liking parts of it, but there were some parts that...
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it either, but just like knowing what you like in movies, it's just...
I love the first one.
The
second one, I don't know.
We'll get into that.
I know you didn't, but we'll talk about it when we get to it. 'Cause Yeah, I know we see the first Guardians on completely opposite.
Mm-hmm. I'm more of in like I'd say I'm more in like a gray area. I'm not like super negative towards it, but
You probably just think it's okay.
yeah, it's fine.
That's fair.
And I like, I really do have to rewatch them, but I think I liked the second one slightly more. Just by a smidge. A smidgen. If not, then like both are equal to me.
Yeah.
I see them in both equal regards.
I gotta rewatch the second one because it's been since. When did I do that freaking video? Hang on.
I will agree with you that 2 is just all over the place in terms of story. Well, yeah, kind of in story too, but just in tone and.
From what I remember, I don't remember caring about the Rocket stuff, which Rocket is my favorite Guardian, so that's kind of disappointing. But I didn't care about the Rocket and the Yondu stuff. When like Taser Face and all that stuff. Don't care. The main parts I liked was dealing with the father-son relationship between Star-Lord and Kurt Russell. That's it.
I wish Kurt Russell
and the
was my dad.
sister relationship between Gamora and
yeah, that's true.
You
Did you
wish
see
Kurt
any
Russell
of
was your
the? Huh? Yeah. But that's nothing new. I think I've expressed that on the show multiple times.
That was back in 2019. I remember it being a lot more recent.
I remember it being older than that. I'm surprised it's 2019. That was like 2017 or something.
2020 went by so freaking quick. I don't know.
Did you see any of the coverage of that new Guardians game?
I had heard briefly about it, but I haven't really seen like any kind of trailer or gameplay or whatever. I heard you only play a Star-Lord, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure they showcased it and you played as Star-Lord, but I don't know if it's like you switch out characters like that recent Avengers game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes you can play as Hulk and then Kamala, and then Thor. Anyway, yeah, I just, the biggest positive I could say about Iron Man 3 is Tony Stark's character arc. I really wish I would have rewatched it to have it fresh in my memory, but I just remember really coming out of this movie like super enthralled, happy.
Yeah, I saw you rated it high on Letterboxd.
Yeah. Can't remember what I rated it on Letterboxd, but yeah, this is a
4.5.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's how it would stand today. I was thinking earlier, I'm like, what did I rate it? I was like, 8 I'll say 8 out of 10 on the show. But I was like, wait a minute, I said 8 out of 10 for Iron Man 1, and I liked it more than Iron Man 1, so I was like, okay. So yeah,
that's the kind of pickle you find yourself in every now and then.
Yeah, it's like, wait, well, I liked it more. Should I rate it the same, or? But yeah, I mean, I'm confident as of right now to give Iron Man a 9 out of 10. Now that you do speak about like some of the villain of Killian, I don't know. I didn't. He was fine. I didn't hate him as a villain, but it did seem quite shallow. But that would be my only gripe. I like this movie as a whole. Had a good time with it. I think it had a perfect blend of everything, and the pace was good. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I honestly didn't write notes down for Iron Man 3. I did write notes down.
I didn't write any notes down.
Thor Dark World, but
yeah.
Shoot, I'm trying to think what I would. Put it all up into a blender and mix it up. I'll probably, I mean, I did. I've had a little complicated history with this daggone Iron Man 3 movie. Liked it, didn't like it, and now I've come around on it. I will give Iron Man 3, and I'm just trying to stall for time so I can think.
Drum roll.
Oh, boy.
Finger cert.
I will give Iron Man 3 a score of 75%.
So lower than Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, go to twitter.com right now. Cancel Joseph. He deserves it.
I still like the movie. I give it a good score.
He deserves it. He's hating on it for no apparent reason.
This is 7.5. I was thinking about going up to an 80%. I was going back and forth between 75, 80%. What? So you want to go in and get into the Dark World?
Are you just mad because they destroyed Stark's mansion?
No.
And that was your
Yeah,
childhood
although that
dream?
did a little, that did kind of bother me though.
It bothered your OCD. You're like, oh, it was such a nice house.
Oh man.
It did kind of bother me with like stuff destroying, like even from Iron Man 2.
Okay, I'll
blasting
take it
holes
back.
in
I'll
walls.
go up to an I'll go up to an 80%. I'll take it
Woo! That's what I'm talking
back.
about.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go higher than that.
Good 10.
Like I said, I was
Go
going back and forth
10%
between
more.
75. No. As it stands right now, it's at an 80.
Okay.
Which before this, it would have been like about a 70.
Was that your initial rating, you think? Like a 7 out of 10?
It was around there, maybe a high, like 65
5.
to 70. Huh?
5 out of 10, Joseph.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Alright, so let's get into it. Thor the Dark World. In ancient times, the gods of Asgard fought and won a war against an evil race known as the Dark Elves. The survivors were neutralized, and their ultimate weapon, the Aether, was buried in a secret location. Hundreds of years later, Jane Foster finds the Aether and becomes its host, forcing Thor to bring her to Asgard before a Dark Elf, Malekith, captures her and uses the weapon to destroy the 9 realms, including Earth. Supposed to gasp. Yep, Earth. You heard me. You living on Earth right this second, listening to this?
Oh well, we had a good run.
Yep. We die at episode 23. It's pretty good.
I thought this was 24.
This is 23, bro.
I thought last episode was 23.
Stop. I'm not even gonna say.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could
last-
be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, the last one was going through the MCU part 3 as episode 22. You probably
maybe I
think it's
just got the part
24% meme chat.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you want to go first since I went first on Iron Man 3?
Did you though? I guess you did
Once I
kind of
did.
get into it. Okay. Thor the Dark World, I thought the first 20 minutes were pretty boring. I wasn't invested, but this film starts to pick up and I found myself enjoying it for the most part. Like the second and third act I enjoyed. Nothing
What about
like,
the first? What about the first 20 minutes? Didn't was boring to you?
I don't know. I just felt the...
Like, are you exaggerating, or?
No, I just felt the setup was too slow. And I don't know, I wasn't that invested in the first one, although I did kind of enjoy it. I wasn't all that invested in these characters or Thor, and I don't know, I was just hesitant to get into a Thor film. It's probably on my own merit that I didn't enjoy the first 20 minutes, but I came around to it. I mean, I enjoyed the film. Nothing mind-blowing, mind you, but
I wouldn't say it's a bad movie as some people would say, but it's not a...
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It's okay, it's average.
Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. It's not good, it's average, but I certainly don't see this as being the worst MCU movies like others have claimed it to be, in my personal opinion. I could think of a few others. But yeah, just a solid ride, nothing too special. Some of the comedic bits didn't land for me, but they weren't like eye-rolling.
It's probably definitely the worst villain of the whole MCU.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't feel like much development went into
one of the worst.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
The villain side.
Think
another positive is just
that kind of ravel it.
Yeah. One of the positives I would say, just a minor one, is the little grenades that like create this black hole and sucks everything inside of it. I thought that was a cool mechanic, or not mechanic, but just, I don't know. It looked good. This movie looks good. It's a good looking film to be 8 years old. 7 or 8 years old. It still holds up really well. The special effects. Asgard looks good. Loki's still a baby.
Loki.
He's still a baby. He cried.
What are you talking about?
When not even his real mother died.
Oh, jeez.
What a baby.
You heartless soul.
Some negatives to this film. Probably Loki. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy him in this film. Yeah. I did like Thor, surprisingly enough. I thought he was a pretty dull character starting out, and especially in the Avengers, he was especially dull, but that's probably due to the writing and all that. But yeah, I was rooting for Thor in this one. I liked it. I didn't like Jane Foster, which I didn't really like her to begin with, but she was kind of weak.
I mean, I just can't. I like both Thor and Loki. Everything dealing with Asgard I loved in this movie. The stuff that I didn't like was dealing with Jane Foster, Darcy Lewis, Stellan Skarsgård.
Darcy's like the worst character by far.
Which I'll say this: I don't know what the crap. I don't know what has changed, but I will say if she comes back in a future project, I'm not going to say what, and she's done a 180. Yeah, Darcy.
Okay.
Well, I'm not in this movie, but later on in the whole universe, I actually do saying. She's kind of grown on me. And I don't know whether it was her, the writing, I don't
Probably
know
the writing.
Who's.
Most definitely the writing.
I don't know what the crap changed. Because she's kind of the same character, but not it's different.
So does Jane Foster never make an appearance again?
She does. Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah, sure.
She does for like one quick little clip they filmed. Natalie Portman took a little break from really every like big
Acting?
A-list movie. I mean, she still acts, but it's more like independent
Oh, yeah.
movies.
Sure.
From like this, from 2013 to 2019. She had a brief appearance. They had filmed. I had found out because they had a brief appearance in Endgame.
Okay.
And she's also going to be in Thor 4, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's going to be like female Thor. They're bringing that back. Bringing that back like it's been up.
So, does Thor turn
production.
into a female in the comics or in this story?
I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's a female, like just like a alternate universe reality kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, with the way
Is her name still Thor, or is it Thora, or something more
it's like
feminine?
I want to say it's like Lady Thor.
So imaginative.
Like there's Lady Loki now in the
Oh my gosh.
in Loki television show.
Is there like a parallel universe, like a Black Thor?
Maybe. I don't know.
Chinese Thor?
I don't know. I mean, not that I know of.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna do genders, might as well do race.
No.
Be inclusive here. Bigots.
I'm curious how that's gonna play. I mean, it's got the same director from Thor Ragnarok, so
Yeah.
I have some faith in it.
Might be a silly time. I don't know. I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, but I heard
I think you'll like Thor Ragnarok.
great things. We'll see. I
It's
know
definitely
I sometimes
my
surprise
favorite
ya.
of the Thor movies.
I could see that happening for me because pretty weak 2 entries so far. Not bad.
I mean, I like the
But
first 2 movies,
I feel they were kind of weak.
but Thor Ragnarok is definitely like a
In the grand scheme of
miles
MCU.
ahead.
Uh,
Yeah.
what else?
Yeah.
What else?
My main criticism for the Thor: The Dark World would be the weak villain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if I were to do a ranking of the MCU villains, which I've considered doing. I don't know, because I can think of a couple that are on like his level with being just bad. Not like bad, like in a villain
Thanos.
bad way. Like no. Like underdeveloped mainly.
Oh, like the first Guardians villain.
No,
He's kind of bad.
he's okay. I would definitely put him. I don't want to say way above, but he's definitely. I'm trying to think how many daggum villains there've been in total. Jesus. He may be like below, like just below halfway. Maybe. Somewhere around there. But I will say that Malekith, Caecilius, the villain from Doctor Strange, and I can't think of the villain's name from Captain Marvel. Those 3 are the bottom
Sam Jackson.
for me. Yeah, Sam Jackson.
I mean, the cat.
Don't even get me started on that daggone cat.
But another thing I didn't like about the Dark World is I don't have any recollection of previous movies. Loki doing the whole illusions. If he did, he didn't use it. He didn't utilize it as much as he does in this film, and it gets rather annoying, especially at the very end scene.
Hold on. What are you talking about? He doesn't do illusions.
Wait, what? He does illusions in this film.
Yeah, like he does in all the others.
Not to this extent, though.
Yeah.
He utilizes it a lot. I hate the ending scene. I hate it. What? Okay, let me ask you this. Was there anything that I could, like, analyze to show me that Loki didn't really die? Is there any clue that I could have gathered? Or is this just to shock the audience, like a cheap, he's back, like, which I knew he was gonna be back, but not in this way?
Yes.
What was it?
It was one of those things where if you blink, you miss it.
He gets stabbed, and he turns into a look like he was turning back to his, like, frosty self.
Yeah. Then after that, Thor had left and everybody had gone, there was a quick little. It was like 5 seconds, maybe something like that. It was quick. Of Loki transforming into like an Asgardian soldier.
How though, if he's dying? Or was that another
The
person
one-
that he bait and switched?
No, the one that was quote unquote dying in Thor's arms was an illusion.
Oh my god, here we go. That's so annoying. I hate that. Okay. Sure, you can have it. I guess I'm not supposed to blink whilst watching Thor The Dark World, but my gosh, they used that.
I mean,
They
it
used
wasn't
way too
that.
much.
It wasn't one of those things where it just came out of nowhere. Like they go from that scene where Loki dies, and at the very end, he's suddenly alive. It's not that. Like, you remember the soldier that had come up to Odin to tell him that Loki had died?
Yes.
That was Loki.
Okay. I quit the show.
I'll say this. It does
So
kind
did
of
he
come
kill
back.
Odin? Where's Odin then? If he's Odin at the very end.
It comes back in Ragnarok.
Oh my god. Okay. You could have your fucking cliffhanger. Fine.
I mean, I don't really care. I like Loki. I really do.
Nah. Not if he keeps doing stuff like this. What, am I gonna be kissing my girlfriend and then it's gonna be Loki?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Loki, you got me. I wanted Tom Hiddleston instead, babe.
And this is a side note. I had also written down this note. I don't know if this was, and I'm actually curious to go back and watch Ragnarok just to see if I can piece this together. There's a character coming up that debuts in Ragnarok called Korg.
Okay.
And he looks like he may be like a grandson or something like that to that rock creature that Thor had destroyed at the beginning.
Yeah.
It looks like the same kind of species, same everything, but just smaller.
Could be.
So I'm curious to see if like there's some kind of Easter egg or
maybe it's actually
tie-in
Loki.
saying this is no.
You never know.
I know it's not.
Maybe it's actually Loki this whole time. Maybe Iron Man's Loki.
You've seen Infinity War, haven't you?
Yeah. It's been a while though.
Okay. Well, I won't say
He dies at the
anything.
very beginning, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do know.
But really,
I was just about to say, because
he was
no, he's dead. He's dead.
No, he was why can't I think of his name? Thanos. Yeah, he was Thanos this whole time. It's all illusion.
He was Thanos all along. Play that song. You don't get that reference. Maybe some of the people that are watching it probably do, but you don't.
Fuck you, audience.
He was Thanos all along. It's a WandaVision.
Okay. See, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's why I say you don't get it.
What, are you insulting me here?
No, I was just stating the fact that you probably don't get that reference.
Oh, what, you think I'm too stupid to?
Well,
Huh?
Captain America was under ice for like 80 years, so.
Because he's stupid.
Gee.
Hey, guy, ever heard of a jacket?
Dear Lord.
Am I right? I will say I like Thor and Iron Man and who else? What other characters have we established? Like main? Oh, Hulk. I might like Captain America more than Hulk, but I feel like Captain America's like the weakest
I'll say this.
to me.
What was that for?
What? Oh,
You
I
just
set my
sent a
elbow
whole
down.
bunch of daggum. Yeah, sent a whole bunch
I
of
just put my
daggum
elbow
Discord messages. Wow. You basically. Shut up, Noah. Basically, how I see these phases. I hate you, Noah. What?
PU.
God, you freaking lost my. You gonna cost me to lose my train of thought. Basically, these phases. Shut up. I can't focus with you. You keep sending me daggum Discord messages. No, I'm about to mute you. These phases are basically where phase 1, Iron Man's probably your favorite Avenger.
Yes.
Phase 2, it becomes Captain America.
Oh.
Phase 3, it's Thor.
Oh. We'll see.
So, like, each one of the Trinity has their phase where, like, they show people, like, maybe this is my favorite Avenger, then maybe this is my new favorite Avenger, or whatever. Because Winter Soldier is where a lot of people, myself included, turn their, not to really overhype this thing for you, brother, but it's definitely a game changer for Captain America.
Okay. Well, I have to see it to believe it, but
Yeah, I don't want to say
wait,
too
what's
much.
the next
him and
movie?
Black Widow.
What's the next
It's
movie?
Winter Soldier.
Okay. I guess we're about to find out. We might watch that tonight.
Yeah,
actually.
we will. It's really. I really do think you'll like it. Knowing your taste in movies, it's probably.
I'll watch it tonight
Yeah.
then. What's the other one?
It's probably the closest thing, like theme wise, story wise, kind of. Closest thing to the Dark Knight in the MCU.
Oh, okay.
It's
A
kind of
little
like
more
an espionage
grounded.
spy thriller. Yeah, grounded.
Okay.
And that's all I'll say.
What was the other movie?
I might
got-
be way too close.
Winter Soldier and
It's Winter Soldier and Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, Guardians. Okay.
But yeah, it was something else that I really want to talk about. Briefly mention that kind of plays differently. Watching Frigga's death, the Thor's mom.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, there's a moment where this is what's the word I'm looking for? Brought back up, I guess, for lack of a better word, better phrase, whatever. That definitely makes it. No, I swear. That definitely makes it more interesting to see.
Unfold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really trying to, because it's a crucial moment to a certain character that gets that in a future movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I really there's certain things I don't want to spoil because yeah.
All right, let's get into our rating. Thor: The Dark World. This is actually a hard one for me to rate. I'm like sitting between a 5 and a 6. I'll give it a 5.
I'll go with a 65%.
And there you have it. This has been episode 23 of the Scooch Podcast, unless Joseph has some other enlightening things to tell us.
Well, I mean, you can cut this part out if you don't want to include it, but we had talked about that ranking idea. Do you want to bring that up?
I mean, yeah. I end of Far From Home or Black Widow or.
Yeah, we were talking. I guess I can talk about it because I have seen Endgame, and I really do believe that we can talk about Endgame for an hour by itself without having to talk about any other movies. So we'll probably be doing a review of Endgame solo, and then follow that up with the Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Black Widow that comes out sometime next
July
month. So
7th, I think.
I know it's sometime in July. I don't know when.
I
know it's real,
right
like, in
around
a couple
the
of
corner.
weeks. Yeah.
It's like literally
I'm
around the
gonna look
corner.
it up real quick. July 9th.
Got a lot of movies to go through. You think we could? You think we could finish this before July 9th?
No.
No, yeah. Let's not force it. That would
Yeah,
get
'cause
boring.
if we force it's not gonna turn out well.
Yeah. So that's why we're gonna shoot episode 24 tomorrow, and then 25 Friday, and then 26 Saturday, and 27
Dear
Sunday.
Lord. I'm gonna get burned out.
But yeah, this has been the Scooge Boys coming at you. We'll see ya in episode 24 or another meme chat, whichever comes up first. We don't know.
Cheer, boy.
Are you gonna give us a hearty mash out?
Oh yeah, that's my closing tag mash out.